Hello vinyl community, this is Mike with TCAT's Deep Vinyl Tracks, and I'm doing a video today to show you my recent finds for the last month. And some of these come from, well, actually they all come from Record Collectors Paradise, a store down in Edmonton, and they're still having their overstock sell, which they run from time to time, and they sell. They're now selling 2 for $5. So everything's been picked over quite a bit, but I found a few things here and there. And of course, you're going to pick up things at that price. Plus, I've got some new stuff here too. So we'll show you what I found. To start out with is Ian Dury and the Blockheads. This is the album Do It Yourself. I did listen to this, and it's interesting. It may take a little getting used to, but mostly because of the vocals are got the heavy accent there. The music's okay, and I think once I get used to some of the vocals, this might be something I'll like better. But Ian Dury and the Blockheads, Do It Yourself. Can't complain too much about that, the price. Something else I picked up, the cover is not in the best of shape, but the record is looking good. Santana's Abraxas. Of course, this is one most people know. Has Black Magic Woman and Gypsy Queen on it. Oye Como Va. Samba Pati. One of their first albums. And usually this, I see it for sale used around 20 bucks. So I'm not complaining too much about the cover. The record itself is in great shape. Found this one. I picked it up because of the way the cover looks, and I like Eric Satie. A lot of his music, of course classical, and this is really a nice looking jacket. Kind of the silver foil look, and so I picked it up. It's also on the Darum label, but I tell you the truth, I didn't really like it. It's not exactly what I expected. It's orchestral, and a lot of these are were originally piano solos or other things, and I don't know, it just sounds old to me, so that's one I bought just for the looks. Steppenwolf Gold, their greatest hits. I've kind of determined pretty much all I need from Steppenwolf is just a greatest hits collection. You know, I don't mind the their other music that much, but I don't know. I just never seem to hold on to it very long, sell it off. So at least we got the classics on here. Got a couple of soundtracks. First of all, this is Where the Buffalo Roam. This is a movie about Hunter S. Thompson. It starred Bill Murray, and this has a lot of original music on it by Neil Young. You got Bill Murray doing a couple of tracks, or trying to, they're just short tracks. You got Papa Was a Rolling Stone by the Temptations is on here. Neil Young doing the Buffalo Stomp, a couple of odes to Wild Bill, Home Home on the Range. That's all original stuff written for this movie. There's Jimi Hendrix is also on here, All Along the Watchtower. You got Bob Dylan doing Highway 61. I Can't Help Myself by the Four Tops. Keep On Chulin' by Creedence Clearwater Revival. And again, Purple Haze by Jimi Hendrix. So he's on there twice. And it's on the Backstreet label. And I was mostly interested in that one because of the original Neil Young music. That you can't really get anywhere else that I'm aware of. Also another soundtrack, this one by Joe Jackson. This is Mike's Murder. And this is all music written by Joe Jackson. There he is. Never seen this movie, but the music is good. Of course, it's Joe Jackson, so it's going to be top quality. Also by Joe Jackson, I needed a new copy of Night and Day, so I picked this up. My copy was getting pretty bad. I ended up getting rid of it about a year or so ago, so now I've got a new copy. This one is in beautiful shape. Got the gatefold. And there's the record itself. Allman Brothers, Win, Lose, or Draw. Like I said, these are all 2 for $5. And all of the records are in great shape. The covers are here and there. There's the Capricorn label. I goofed up when I was kind of going through. They've got so many records there, I was going through them really fast because I only had a short time. And seen this and thought it was the Kinks, and I got mixed up. It's the Knack. So I haven't heard this album. Not a humongous fan of the Knack from what I've heard. I've seen them in concert. It was one of the most boring concerts I've seen. But this is the album, But the Little Girls Understand. So we'll give them another chance. Again, it's not like I was out much for this. And it's got a cool Capitol label with pink writing and the black on, or black on pink, or whatever you call it. From the Rolling Stones, this is Ron Wood, Give Me Some Nick. Had my eye out for this one for a while because I'm trying to collect anything by the Stones, whether solo or regular albums. Steve Carlson should like the back of this with all the soft porn on there. There's the original sleeve in there. And Columbia label. Beautiful shape. I keep seeing this everywhere, so I decided to go ahead and pick it up. This is Lee Michaels, and this one is called The Fifth. I've never owned anything by Lee Michaels, but thought I would give this a try. You go with the inner sleeve, but it's the company issued inner sleeve, and on A&M Records, the old brown label. Now, Chicago's kind of got a bad rap, and now I wouldn't own all the Chicago albums. There are certain ones that I really love, because this particular album came in between some kind of subpar Chicago albums. I think it gets overlooked a lot, but it is one of their best albums, I think, and it's Chicago #7. This is a double album. I think it's as good, if not better, than Chicago 2. And the interesting thing about this particular album is it's a lot more jazz oriented and less pop oriented. The entire first side is all instrumental, and half of the second side is instrumental. And it's not until the 6th track that you finally get some vocals. So you get to hear Chicago perform their style of jazz fusion. A lot of great horns on this. I've always loved this album, and got a good copy of that. I had this one many years ago when I was a member of the Columbia House Record Club, and I always enjoyed this album. Didn't like it at first, but the more I played it, the more I loved it. But great mix of songs by Eric Carmen's Raspberries. This is Raspberries Best. And you got their most famous song on here, Go All the Way. You got Overnight Sensation, Driving Around. That's got all the hits you should know on there. And I don't know, I just like the sequencing on this album. And this one is in excellent shape, as you can see, cover. And one of the old members of the Allman Brothers, this is Dickie Betts. Dickie Betts and Great Southern. This one is called Atlanta is Burning Down. I have another Dickie Betts record, and I really liked it, so I thought I'd pick this one up. Okay, so all of those were 2 for $5. Now, got a couple of new things too. Now, the store is actually 2 separate stores. They're separated off. One side has a lot of the deals, but it also carries a lot of blues, a lot of soul, and those kind of things. The other side has like the newer releases, a lot of new stuff and a lot of used stuff mixed. And usually the prices are a bit more in there because of what you find. But I was digging through some records, and I think I was actually looking through the Pink Floyd section, and I ran across this. It has nothing to do with Pink Floyd, but when I seen it, I was so excited. Now, it may not mean much to anybody else, but I absolutely love this band. It's an indie folk band called Blitzen Trapper. This is not an easy thing to find, and when I seen it, I almost cheered out loud. This is a great album on the Sub Pop label, and Blitzen Trapper is mostly indie folk, but they have a lot of interesting other elements added in. From time to time, they can actually sound quite punkish. Just great stuff. I don't know why they're not more popular than what they are. I think that album was out around the late 2000s, maybe early 2010 or something like that. That's an insert that it comes with, and there it is on the Sub Pop label. Great stuff on this album. Their most famous song, called Fur, is on this. If you're going to know them, you would know that song. Black River Killer, another great song. Sleepy Time in the Western World. This is just full of great stuff. Lady on the Water. Excellent album. I highly recommend you give a listen, and you'll find out, there's a lot of different styles in their music, but most of it has to do with kind of that indie folk sound. And last but not least, I picked up a copy of this, which I didn't have before. Bob Mould's album. This is called Beauty and Ruin. You can see this was brand new, unopened. You can see the hype sticker there. This is supposed to be a really good album. I've heard parts of it and really liked it. Here's the inner sleeve. And there is a rarer version of this on yellow vinyl. This is just a regular black vinyl. They had this one in their sell bin. It was 20 bucks. I figured that was worth $20 to splurge for that one. And that's what I got this time around. Hope you enjoyed that. I really had a lot of fun shopping for these over the last few days, and love going into that store. Always come out of there very happy. So thank you for watching, and we will talk to you all later.